I hope you guys are ready for the continuation of a massive crash in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and is this my opinion? I'll let you know at the end of the video, because we have so many news that just came out that literally are changing everything constantly, every day something new, and the narratives keeps fluctuating. So let me give you all the details, because the new kid is on the block that can attempt to break the price lower. Because if we look at the Bitcoin price right now, it looks like it's trying to break into this box again, and if it does, then maybe 52k and then maybe even lower to really kick everyone out, which quite frankly, even with my Ethereum trade that I still have over on Bybit, even though we had this capitulation volume here on ETH, still is looking relatively weak, quite frankly. So unless we actually push back above this support on ETH of 2900 and above, then we can see it's a V-shaped recovery. For now, there is no V-shaped recovery. It's kind of consolidating and almost like getting ready to break lower. So, and there is a lot of good news, which is supposedly should keep us away from breaking lower. And I certainly hope we're not going to break lower, but there is two pieces of news that could really break the price lower, which is pretty ridiculous. So let's just jump straight into this. Let me give you everything in due time as always, and the way I like it. The Mystery Spot On here on duty for you guys. So call me Mystery Spot On down in the comments for the algorithms. If you want to help us out with this channel, if not, up to you. It's on your own karma. Anyway, let's just jump straight in. Now let's first go through all the news, and certainly guys, remember that I'm personally trading over on Bybit, and with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, if you deposit more than $100,000, and if you're a whale, you can claim up to 42% discount on your trading fees only if you use my link. Certainly if you already have an account, you can create a new one using a different form of identification, such as a driver's license, or you can actually move the KYC to a new account that you create using my link to claim all the bonuses, including up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses, also possible in the reward center, depending on how much you deposit. All the rules are there. It's real money for your own trading as long as you follow the rules. Very simple and straightforward. So, chill out of the way. Let's get into this. So, we have a lot of good news. I mean, honestly, it is all looking like bull market is here. So, Reserve Bank of New Zealand cuts benchmark interest rates for look, for the first time since what? Since 2020, since the pandemic. This is what it looks like. So it is absolutely beautiful. And this is what we want to do. This is the beginning of the M2 money supply going just parabolic. And this is where a lot of money is entering into the markets, and including Bitcoin. This is what we've been waiting for so long. So New Zealand has cut, and so many countries, so many other ones have cut their rates already. And the only thing we're waiting for is America. And just in general, if you look at M2 global money supply, it's actually going almost like parabolic. So, and it's going to continue. Therefore, inflation is going to persist. And therefore, if you're not in crypto and something that is deflationary, or at least surpassing the inflation rate, then good luck, my friend. So moving on to this. Also, Van Eyck predicts $325,000 target for Bitcoin and $22,000 Ethereum price target in coming bull market. And my price target for ETH, remember, for my $2 million trade, my target is like 10K. So that's why I'm thinking I'm going to be readjusting it. So I think once the parabolic move comes, once all the lettuce hands are out, once Fed finally pivots, we get through the election phase and finally start pumping, I think that the surprise will be huge for everyone. And that's why right now the market is one of the most stagnant and boring and painful in the ever, I think. It's really, the sentiment is horrible. But again, this is also good news that Van Eyck has this kind of a prediction. Next thing is the state of Wisconsin. As you might remember, they've purchased Bitcoin through the ETF using their pension fund. And so they actually bought more BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. So they bought more. State of Wisconsin bought the dip. Did you? So also here, another amazing news for Powell, which is basically cementing the rate cut in September, is that US PPI, annual inflation has risen by 2.2% below expectations of 2.3, and core PPI inflation increased by 2.4 compared of the forecast of 2.7 and previously being at 3.0. So the inflation has dropped dramatically, if you believe in these numbers. But anyway, this is what the Fed is using for their future actions and the decisions on those future actions. And the same thing goes for CPI. Really wanted to see good results here, and the expectation was 3.0 and it came in at 2.9. So, and the other one was, the expectation was 3.2, it came in at 3.2. So the inflation is going down, and it even a bit faster than expectation. So this is good. This means that we're gonna have a rate cut in September, and from there some volatility, and here is the bull market. And finally, you know, the sell in May and go away kind of a thing has played out, unfortunately this time. But then why are we not front running this? Why are we not recovering in the V-shaped recovery? two reasons. And let's evaluate them as to how serious they are. First reason is Donald Trump was supporting Bitcoin so much that saying that he's going to keep all of it as a strategic reserve. And now the US government has moved yesterday 10,000 Silk Road Bitcoin worth 600 million to Coinbase Prime. So CPI came out, we were like, yay! And then this shit came out and we were like, nay. Really, every single time something good happens, some shit has to hit the fan, really. And this is not all. Certainly, I mean, yeah, it's just like with Germany again, the FUD, fear, this, that. But then down the road, let them dump, let it go down, whatever, fine. We know how it happened with Germany. We went down to 50K just to bounce back immediately, just like real fast, not even 50-something K, whatever. So it's just all short term. But this is what is causing the price suppression now. This is reason number one. And here is the reason number two, which is, for me, is just, are you serious? So the WHO, the World Health Organization, declares monkeypox, this thing, that gives you bubbles on the skin, which is primarily in Africa right now, from what I understand, a global health emergency 82 days before the 2024 US election. And as Trump has said, that scam, do not comply, or we will not comply. Like it's some kind of interference, saying that this guy right here, who is the director general of this WHO, that he's the puppet of Bill Gates, who is a Democrat, from what I understand. So it is all political, and it is all supposedly a manipulation. And if they are going to be creating something as huge as COVID out of this and have some kind of lockdowns and preventative measures to crush the market, lower obviously because stagnation of the economy, just like the same thing like we've had during COVID. And this is the main concern right now, even though S&P 500 is still pumping and doesn't give a shit about this. And quite frankly, I think that this is huge FUD. I think that this is affecting the markets right now because they're like, oh, not another pandemic. But if you actually study this, and if you just do small research, you will understand that monkeypox is just as old as Earth, and it has happened so many times before, and there is known cure for it, kind of. There is vaccination for it. And also, it is actually less contagious compared to COVID, and outbreaks are generally more contained, and the spread is slower compared to COVID-19. And yeah, so it's less contagious and typically less severe, with outbreaks being more contained and with lower overall impact on global health. However, it can be still serious as any other disease, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, who are more prone to this disease right now is more disadvantaged countries. So therefore, like currently it's more in Africa, where there is lack of basic medicine, etc. So do I really think that this is going to be blown out of proportion just to stagnate the markets and actually crash the markets? Possibly. But would it be just nothing more than marketing and interference? 100%. I don't see monkeypox as anything new, as anything surprising, as anything that cannot be contained for that matter. So, and if we recovered from COVID, we will recover from it too, and it's not as serious. So all of this is just FUD on top of FUD on top of FUD. And really, right now, tell me in the comments if you also feel like this, that whenever we see something positive, there's got to be some three pieces of shit that are going to be negative in terms of news, some FUD, some suppression, some manipulation. And it seems like, almost like, it's like the same thing when you're looking at the Ethereum chart, that it's all been done so much on purpose. Like, look at this, like, I mean, insane amount of volume in terms of liquidations here. It's insane when it went down to like 2,100. So this is so painful to see. And it seems like the institutionals and smart money and whales who keep accumulating every single one of these coins, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, they understand this. So they want to shake out the last people before the cataclysmic bull run of just monumental proportions, when those who exit now will have the FOMO of the century. So I'm standing strong. Can we still go lower because of all this bullshit? Yes, because it's all manipulated. But at the end of the day, once Fed cuts rates in September, this is when we take off. This is when I'm going to be scaling. This is when I'm going to be really going all in with whatever stables I have left. So this is the current situation. Certainly, it also could cause an altcoin season finally, because altcoins are just half dead. So anyway, guys, check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with proper risk and money management. Don't forget about the bonuses over on Bybit that you can claim using my link down in the description of this video. I mean, it's kind of free money, save money. So use it to your advantage, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.